What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the great man Sauce. How are we?
Very good, mate. Very good. Back for another show. 270 on the clock, Doma. 270 on the clock. Straight in a row. Never missed a week. Week in, week out. Double coverage is here. And it's nearly finals. One game left in the regular season, and it involves my boys.
A huge game, mate. Tomorrow
Massive
night,
game. If we cause an upset, it will mean that Gold Coast will miss out on finals, and the doggies will make it somehow.
and it will also mean that I'm wrong.
And you are wrong that the doggies have made it. But look, I think you're pretty safe. I'll be honest with you. I don't see them beating us at all. If anything, they should beat us by at least 30 plus points minimum. So, but look, you were right on Carlton, which I don't think that was a very hard one to be right on. I think the doggies was a bit more. Well, yeah, Dom, when you talk to certain people, when you talk to certain people, when you talk to real people that follow football, everyone knew that Carlton were going nowhere this year, and now players want out. Silvani wants out. Apparently, Charlie Curnow wants out. Everyone's jumping off ship.
I don't want to pat myself on the back, but that clip I shared, which is now pinned at the top of our profile, you can read into it as you want, but I wasn't wrong on anything. I said that Carlton and Dogs would miss. Their spot would get taken by one of Collingwood, Fremantle, and Essendon, which the two spots, Essendon didn't obviously make it, but those two other teams, I said two of those three teams. And then I said Port Adelaide and Sydney would drop out of the 8, all in the exact same take. All in one take. So, but that could all come to an end, Sauce, if the Bombers pull the rabbit out of the hat tomorrow night. So,
Magda, how are we, mates?
Hello, Magda. Yeah, straight from the top of the show, Magda, as well. Let's start with the AFL, Sauce, because I've got a little activity for us to do tonight, which we can then talk about next Tuesday. So we'll just quickly start with the games for the week. So Carlton beat Essendon. We're just going to fly through these because we want to talk finals. Yep. Pies defeated Melbourne. Port Adelaide upset the Suns, which cost them the grand final. The finals berth, which now they have to go to Wednesday. North Melbourne lose to Adelaide by 13. Promising signs for us in that game. Geelong defeated Richmond by 39. Sydney beat West Coast by 67. Harley Reid re-signed till 2028 Sauce. I'm not sure if you've seen that. Yep. So big signing for them. GWS defeated St Kilda by 11 points in what was a cracker game. Absolute cracker. I was watching this. Unbelievable. Obviously, Tom de Koning has signed with St Kilda. So massive there. 1.8 million Sauce to go with Nazar Wanganeen Miller as 2.1 million a season, which is mental. Then we had the Dogs losing to Freo, and now they wait anxiously for tomorrow night's game. Dockers played really well. And then Brisbane defeated Hawthorn by 10 points in what was a banger. Every game on Sunday was a cracker, bro. Cracker.
Some good football on the weekend.
I watched 2.5 of 2.5, the entirety of 2.5 of the 3 games. It was cracker. Absolutely. The GWS St Kilda game, in my opinion, was the best game of the round.
Yeah.
It was so
back
good.
And forth. It was back and forth.
Unbelievable.
But GWS stood up when they had to and secure their spot. It's been a good season. It's come right down to the end to see who makes into those final spots, and comes down to this final game on Wednesday. It's been a long season. I'm happy that it's going to be over for my boys, and then it runs in onto finals, and it's going to be big. It's going to be massive. Who wins it? That's something we'll have to go over, Doma, and go through.
Let's get to finals. Well, we can't go through all the finals games because we're still got to wait for this Essendon result. But we've got 2 games we can predict, and it's the top 4. So Adelaide versus Collingwood in the matchup 2 weeks after all the fallout from Isaac Rankin source. So they're back again playing each other in Adelaide. Are you going to go with the Crows or the Pies?
Oh, it's a tough one. I mean, Rankin being out, that's massive. That's a massive out. Yeah, I feel like they played it smart. They knew what they were doing, the Pies, and
100% they knew what they do.
They made sure he got got the punishment. But yeah, who would I pick? Matt Crouch retired. I'm not sure if you've seen that.
Yes, I did see that.
Off medical advice. So congratulations to him on a good career.
Good career for Matty Crouch.
Yeah, but I think I'd have to go with the Pies. I'm just slightly going to go with the Pies, but I feel like Adelaide should get the win over there. But I don't know. I'm waiting for like Collingwood. Where's that Collingwood form? They show parts of it in the game on the weekend when they needed to win the game and make it happen. But if they can bring their best football, I feel like it is better than Adelaide. So I feel like I'd be going with the upset because I think Adelaide would be the favourite for sure, being at home.
I'm going to run the conspiracy because if they lose to the Pies and they make the grand final, then Rankin plays. That's the conspiracy. So I'm going to run with the conspiracy. So it can, miss last week, lose this week, have to play again the following week, then they win the prelim and then they're in the grand final. But the thing is, if they make the prelim, they might have to play Brisbane, and I don't think they're beating Brisbane.
It will be up there, won't it?
Yeah. Oh, no, only if Brisbane wins against Geelong, it will be up there. Otherwise, they have to play. Otherwise, they'll play the
Adelaide
Cats.
finished above them.
I genuinely think what happens is Pies win, Cats win, and then Brisbane plays Collingwood in the prelim, and Crows play Cats in the prelim. So they're practically just because the loser switches sides of the draw. So I don't think any of the teams outside in the bottom four.
Bottom of the 8.
Yeah, bottom of the 8. Yeah, the bottom 4 of the 8 go through. I just don't think they're anywhere near these 4 teams. If one of them does, that's going to be a big surprise, but I reckon these 4 teams are head and shoulders better than those other 4. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but like head and shoulders is a big call. I genuinely think they're so much better. I don't care how close the ladder is. The only team.
Where's this Geelong game being played? Is it being played at the G?
It's at the G.
Okay.
Lions are pretty good at the G too.
Yeah, they're not bad at the G. I was going to say it throws a little bit of a spanner into the works.
That's what I was about to say, Vinny. The only team that could shake up a few things, if any, is Hawthorn. Potentially. So, anyway, we'll wait and see what happens, I guess. But, yeah, are you tipping Cats or Lions? I'm going Pies.
Did you go Adelaide? Cats. I'm going to go with the Cats, and I went Pies. I went Pies as well.
I'm also going the Cats because I want to see.
I'm with you. I feel like they've rested a few players, but then you're going to bring them back in if they're bringing back in Lockie Neal and
Berry's back. Hipwood's back.
Berry as well. How much are they going to be fine? They're going to have the break. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to go with the Cats. Cats have had an easy. I mean, maybe the Cats' easy run and soft draw this run home could be. Who knows?
Could be shooting in the foot, mate. Could shoot them right in the foot.
Let's wait and see.
I've got the listings and retirements, but it's not fully updated. But we can go through the Blues. Sam Doherty retired. Collingwood, Hoskin Elliott retired. Fremantle, Nat Fife has retired, which we know. Quinton Narkle, Michael Walters retired. GWS, Cullen Ward retired. Hawthorn, Luke Bruce retired. North Melbourne, we delisted Bryn Teakle, Cullen Dawson, Miller Bergman, and Eddie Ford. The only one I'm disappointed really in that one is Cullen Dawson, because I reckon he showed some stuff for North, but we've got plans to try
Ford, mate. Come on, mate.
We've got plans to sign Marcus Winhager and Jake Lever, so that's the plans for North Melbourne. So
Winhager would be a good pickup.
So would Jake Lever, in my opinion. I was having a chat with one of my mates, and the other person we're linked to is Brandon Starcevich from Brisbane, and I said no. I don't want a guy that if he cops another concussion, he has to retire from football. I don't want that guy.
You've already got Wardlord and LDU who've copped a few concussions.
That's right. So anyway, we get Jake Lever, hopefully, and we get Winhager. And then, as I keep saying, and I've said on this podcast, well, actually, no, I haven't said on this podcast. I think it was the big call I said I was going to say at the start of 2026 about North Melbourne. But anyway, if it doesn't come to fruition, we have to wait till my son turns. We have to wait till my son turns 18. Nah, fuck. I'll tell you what, if we don't win it in the next 5 years, we have to wait till, 2043, when my son's 18 and he wins the flag for my club. Because he's going to be a jet. Straight out, a jet. He's already marking the ball now. He's already marking the ball now and throwing it, mate.
Pressure's on Cristiano. I thought he was playing the world game, mate.
Yeah. He's going to play AFL, and then in the off season he's going to go play in the Saudi League. So, enough for anything. Just a side note: if you have a kid that's into soccer, you should be trying to. Don't worry about him playing the Premier League. You're going to make him that good, and you're going to try and push him to just play his first 2 years in the Saudi League as a superstar, get paid, and then you go play for fun for the rest of your life in the Premier League. Get 200 mil over 2 years. That's all right. Now, I'll go play Premier League now. That's what you got to do. That's how cooked the world game has become. You could genuinely just go play in the Saudi League.
Thought your son was a lock for Father Son in Churches League, Dom.
Nah, he's got bigger potential than that, mate. Vinny, I've played. I worked it out because I haven't told anyone on the podcast, but I've been injured, so I haven't played the last 11 weeks. So I think I played 26% of the games this year.
Shocking.
26%. It is the worst sports season I've ever had in my life. And all the injuries were just shit injuries that you wouldn't have. Yeah. Anyway, but on to next year, mate. We stayed up in the Premier League, Source. That's all that matters. We stayed up. We're still in the Prem. Still in the Prem. Anyway, Port Adelaide had Atkins retired, Travis Broke retired, Willie Rioli retired.
There you go. Willie Dilly. Okay. He's gone. Anyway. Mr. Powerade himself.
Anyway, Ryan Burden delisted, Jeremy Finlayson delisted. He'd be a good pickup for North too. Dylan Williams delisted. Interesting. Lachlan Charleston delisted. Hugh Jackson delisted. And Jed McEntee delisted as well. Richmond, Camden McIntosh retired. St Kilda, Jimmy Webster retired. Zane Cordy delisted. Harry Boyd delisted. McLennan delisted. West Coast, we had McGovern retired. Jaden Hunt retired. That's interesting. Jaden Hunt retired. Dom Sheed retired. Jack Petruccelli delisted. And then Dogs, Taylor Jure retired. So I don't know if there's anyone else. Anything from what's him called at Source? Matt Crouch, he's another one. Jack Silvani's going to go free agency. Did I miss anyone? Camden McIntosh, Harry Boyd. No, that's everyone. Just the only one added was Matt Crouch, which you mentioned, Saucy. Anyway, all right. Here's the exercise for
Here we
tonight.
go.
All right. As you can see, the title of the show, all Australian picks are in on the extended squad. This is the picks, and I want you to give me your honest opinion. So these are the guys. So for those listening at home, Adelaide had Dawson, Mark Keane, Rankin, Thilthorpe, Worrell. Brisbane had Harris Andrews, Zach Bailey, Dunkley, McCluggage, Zorko. Pies had Dacos brothers and Jamie Elliott. Dockers had Andrew Brayshaw, Jordan Clark, Luke Jackson, Sarong. Geelong had Cameron Holmes and Bailey Smith. Gold Coast had Anderson, Collins, Ben King, Ben Long, and Matt Rowell. GWS, Lockie Ash, Finn Callahan, Tom Green, Sam Taylor. Hawks had Battle and Gunston. D's had Gorn and Pickett. Port had Butters and Georgiades. Richmond had Vlosten. St Kilda had Wangani and Millera. Sydney had Grundy and Heaney. And then the Dogs had Bontempelli, Dale, Darcy, Libba, and Ed Richards. Teams to not have a player were Carlton, Essendon, North, and West Coast. Thoughts, Saucy?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about the teams that missed out on having anyone. I mean, I don't think maybe if the Big X didn't get the weeks, maybe he was considered on your part. And then Zachy Merritt, he's always up there, but losing 11 games in a row. Yeah, you think Max
Grundy only played half a season.
Yeah, I feel like X is probably the Big X is a bit unfair for him to not be in there.
I don't think he'd make the All-Australian final squad, but he should have been shortlisted, in my opinion.
And then as for the other teams, I can't really think of anyone.
The only
else.
other one was George Hewitt, maybe for Carlton.
Maybe George Hewitt. Yeah, that's a good call. He's had a good season.
Merritt for Essendon.
Yeah, Merritt. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's been his best season, so I can understand why he's not in there. West Coast, yeah, no one. Right, so but yeah, look, it's probably fair enough. A lot of the guys that are in there.
That there is the extended list, right there. All right. Now the activity is this: we're going to pick the All-Australian squad on who we think should be in it.
Right.
All right. And then on Thursday, when it's announced, we're going to bring this up next week, and we're going to see how close we were, or how far off we were. So, full back. I think Harris Andrews.
Yeah, I was going to say,
bang.
It's got to be him or Sam Taylor.
Well, we can pick Sam Taylor. There's 3 to pick. So the thing is here, I don't know whether they got Wiedering and Darcy Moore because they weren't in the extended. So we're not going to pick anyone that wasn't in this extended list. So if you mention it to me, I'll tell you if they're on the list or they're not. So Mark Keane's been pretty good. Sam Collins has been pretty good as well for Gold Coast. But Sam Taylor, we can run with Taylor if you want. Cam Wilkie. Cam Wilkie didn't get picked, actually.
Yeah, I think Sam Taylor.
He's
had a good year.
Last one.
Worrell's had a good year.
Jordan Clark's been pretty good as well.
Yeah, Clark's been good. You got the halfback, so as well to choose from.
We haven't got to that yet. Right? So, no, some of them are the same. So Bailey Dale's in there. Obviously, we haven't got Naz yet. He'll be there. He'll be picked in a second. Magda reckons Worrell. Adelaide player at fullback, Keane. Well, it's probably going to be an Adelaide player in there, to be honest.
Well, I think it should be Worrell.
All right, bang.
He's had a good season.
Done. Next up, the halfback. Well, this is the first guy I picked. Wangani Millera. He's 100% going to be in the team. Josh Dacos, Maxi Holmes in there.
Maxi Holmes off the halfback, they reckon.
Yeah, but
I
like
thought he'd
Vinny
be on the
said,
wing.
halfback spots are for midfielders. Makes a good point. I reckon we got to probably
Yeah,
chuck in Maxi Holmes.
probably chuck him in there.
Maxi Holmes,
He's had
Josh
a good season.
Dacos.
Whitfield's had a pretty good season.
Whitfield actually wasn't selected.
There you go.
Lucky
Zorks.
Zorko,
Was he selected?
yeah, was selected. He's been pretty good. Bailey Dale.
Yeah, him.
So the ones you can pick here are Dacos. So Zorko, Dacos, Clark, Lockie Ash, Finn Callahan, Battle, and Dale. I'm not picking Vlosten because I don't know how he gets a nomination when they got belted.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to think. Who would it be? Would you put Finn Callahan? Would you put Clark? Would you put Zorko?
Zorko says Magda. Vinny says Zorko or Dacos.
Yeah, I was leaning towards Zorko. He's had a pretty good season, Zorks.
Let's go Zorks. Done. Bang. Center,
here we go.
Oh, well, this guy's getting picked. Jordan Dawson. Like, we don't even have to think twice about that. And so is Nick Dacos, I reckon. Oh, fuck. Noah Anderson's been good. Bailey Smith. I'm thinking about Brownlow. I think Bailey Smith has to make it. I think Nick Dacos will be the only one that makes it for Collingwood.
I think so too. I'm with you there. I think you put Nick Dacos and Bailey Smith on the wing.
Fuck, look how many players here. Your boy, Anderson. He's your boy. Oh, but then there's the Bont. Fuck. You'd probably be in the forwards with Heaney anyway. Heaney will be in it. Oh, surely there has to be Gold Coast players that are in it. At least one.
Who are you going to put? Noah?
It'd be either Anderson or Rao, maybe.
It'd have to be Anderson.
Oh, let's run with him. Did we pick? We didn't pick. Bailey Smith can go. We still got a bench. Ed Richards will be on the bench as well. Half forward. Oh, Phil Thorpe, Toby Green, Bailey Smith, Jeremy Cameron picked straight away. Don't even have to think twice about that.
Wouldn't you put Jeremy Cameron at full forward, mate?
I can do that.
Full forward, half forward.
We got Heaney, Bont, the astronaut.
Well, Bont's got to be in there, surely. He's had a good season, the Bont.
Do we have to pick it exactly in their spot that they're going to be?
I think if we just get the squad correct, I think that'll be part.
Bont in, chuck Bont in, Heaney's in. Bont in, Heaney in, chuck Bailey Smith in.
What if would you put him half forward?
Isaac Rankin's 100% not making the team now.
Phil Thorpe at centre half forward there. I don't know.
Yeah, Phil Thorpe. If we're going to do it properly, let's just put it like that and let's go Heaney over there.
Half forward. All right. And we're making the call. Some really good players will miss out. Yes, good point, Magda. It's quite difficult.
Full forward.
Wow. So forward pocket.
Jamie Elliott. Ben King's been good.
It's tough.
Fuck. It honestly could be Ben King, Jeremy Cameron, Aaron Norton, potentially.
Yeah, it's probably a good call.
Potentially.
Jamie Elliott's had a good season. I think he's kicked 50 goals 50 for the season. Plus. Not bad for a small forward. You know what I mean?
Keezer wasn't on he's not on the extended list, so we can't pick him.
Can't pick him. Toby Green's not on there.
No, Toby Green's not on there.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, obviously you got to pick Jezza. So I reckon go with what your gut was there, what you said.
King,
just put
Jezza,
Ben King
and
in the
Norden.
pocket. Yeah. I mean, Gunston would be a good one too. You'd think Gunston has to make it. You got to take out Norden and put Gunston.
Yeah, let's go.
You got to put Gunston. Nah, you got to put Gunston.
Followers. Oh, I could have bottled this here. We haven't picked this correctly, but we still got Bailey Smith anyway.
We've got Bailey Smith in there. That's all right. Don't worry.
Ed Richards. Ed Richards.
You got to put. I think you got to put him. You have to put.
There's Sarong, Brayshaw.
Does Tom Green make it? Does Finn Callahan make it? I'm not sure. Surely McCluggage has got to be in there.
Oh, yeah.
He's had probably his best season he ever had in his career. He's made it with a lesser season.
Let's run McCluggage first then. Give him a crack. This is actually hard.
Some of those players.
There's got to be we haven't put one Freo player in yet.
So what? Well, do they make the bench? Who would it be? Who would you put? Sarong or Neil?
Sarong or Brayshaw, you mean? Neil's not going to make the team.
Sorry. Sarong or not Neil. Sarong or Brayshaw.
Oh no. You make the call, executive decision.
I think people would say Sarong's probably had a bit better year than Brayshaw, I reckon. Followers, you got to have the ruckman in there. So
Vaughan, is that it's going to be Gawn. Gawn's going to get picked. It's Gawn or Grundy. Interchange. Far out.
Well, Jamie Elliott's got to make the interchange. Sorry.
Bang.
Yeah. You kick 50 goals as a small forward, and your team wins that many games. You got to be in it, surely.
Grundy make the bench as a second ruck.
What do you need a second ruck? Fuck, mate. You got fucking King. Look at that forward line down there. Just put King in there a bit for the ruck, mate. Pinch it in the ruck, mate.
Who? Oh, yeah, I know, but you know what they're like. Ed Richards, I think, has to make it because he'll go close to winning the Brownlow.
Ed Richards, all right.
And then Bailey Smith, did we pick him? No, Bailey Smith's 100% going to be in the team. He's got to be in the team.
Yeah.
So fuck.
It's going to be some good players that miss out. Right, and then we're going to put Grundy as the second ruckman, or are we barring a second ruckman?
Yeah, bar the second ruckman, like you said. I think we've got to go with an Adelaide player. We've only picked Thilthorpe and Worrell. Keys wasn't on the thing, was he? No.
They won't give it to Rankin.
Oh, no, we picked Dawson. We've picked Dawson, Worrell, and Thilthorpe. So don't worry about Adelaide. We picked Harris, Zorko, and McCluggage from Brisbane.
How many lines?
Dacos and Elliott. We picked Sarong from Freo. We picked all three from Geelong. We picked Anderson and King from Gold Coast. We picked Sam Taylor only from GWS. We picked Gunston from Hawthorn. We picked Gawn. We picked Wangani Millera. We picked Heaney. We picked Bont. And Ed Richards. So realistically, we've got a good spread here across the board.
So who's filling up the last interchange spot?
No, we've got enough Adelaide. We've got 3 Brisbane players. We've got 2 Collingwood players. I'm just thinking of top 4. We've got all 3 from the Cats. We've got 1 Fremantle player, 2 Gold Coast players. Maybe it has to be a GWS or a Fremantle player.
So it can either be Tom Green or
Tom Green or Brayshaw, I think.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
It has to be one of them.
Has to be one of them, Tom Green or Brayshaw, I feel. What do you think?
We've got a lot of outside mids. Get the bull, Tom Green in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah, Brayshaw's the inside mid.
Yeah.
I'll put him in. Put him in, Tom Green.
Tom Green. All right, that's our team, mate.
Put him, makes the bench. There it is.
Done.
We can come back to it when the team gets announced.
Shit. How do I go back? Oh, share. I want to see my team.
We'll have to go back on the stream. You've cooked it, Donna.
Oh, I saved it to my notes. I press submit. Surely show me the team. Oh, thank God.
Oh, there we go.
Can I that's zooming in? You know what? I'm just going to have to screenshot it all, mate. It's got a shit format. This is a pretty quality side, mate.
It's a good side. It's a very handy side. Don't forget to get the inches changed, mate. Download your team. What does that mean?
Mate? Oh, Dom, you idiot. Surely put it in a PDF. That'd be nice. This is a fun exercise, ladies and gents. So feel free to
do it yourself. It's taken up 30 minutes of the podcast.
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe we'll fly. Oh, how good's this? How good's this saucer?
Where did it go? Did you share it?
No, I shut it down because have a look at this saucer. This is what we've got, baby. There we go.
Oh, very nice.
That's a bloody quality side, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Win a lot of games that side.
That's good. Yeah.
Probably fit in the handicap, though.
We'd be lucky to get one of those players right. No one else. Anyway, give it to Green. How many lines you pick? Pretty disappointing, to be honest. He said a bunch of Collingwood supporters. You peanut, says Manny. I don't know why we're a peanut. We picked Max Gawn, mate, from your team, the D's. So you should be happy. He's the ruckman. Anyway, so let's move on.
Hello, Manuel.
FOT Mob. Over to you for FOT Mob.
I do.
EPL.
EPL over the weekend. We'll go over the results. I'll bring it up so we don't have to.
If you do wish to do your own All Australian and want to share it and tag us on the socials, you just go to the AFL website and go to All Australian, and you'll be able to do the selector. All right, so it's over to you, mate.
All right, we kicked off with Chelsea slapping West Ham 5-1. Tottenham defeating Manchester City away from home 2-0. Manchester City are in all sorts. I think me and Dom were discussing it before about City, what it could mean for them, what they're going to be like this season. I think they'll still do quite well, but I feel like they're going to be off par. They're trying to play a lot of young kids and I don't know. I don't think it's going to end up in any trophies. I don't think it's going to end up in any trophies. I just don't see it for them this season. You got Bournemouth defeated Wolverhampton 1-0. Brentford defeated Aston Villa 1-0. Burnley defeated Sunderland 2-0. Arsenal defeated Leeds 5-0. Crystal Palace drew with Nottingham Forest 1-1. Everton defeated Brighton and Hove Albion 2-0. Fulham drew with Manchester United 1-1. And then the game this morning, Liverpool defeated Newcastle away from home 3-2.
Yeah, the 17-year-old with the winner.
Yeah, 17-year-old with the winner. I'm not sure if you've seen it, Donna, but fantastic stuff. Comments on your game, Donna? Fulham versus Manchester United. You told me you got up, you watched it. What were your thoughts after the good performance that you put in against Arsenal and probably deserved a point, if not all three in that game against us?
James,
what was it like? It was apples and oranges, wasn't it?
Yes, James was just pointing out that Amarin has earned United 28 points in 29 games. He's actually had more games than points. So, which is pretty disappointing. But it was apples and oranges sauce, and I did briefly mention it to you, and I sent you and Manny a voice message on Monday morning. I don't know what I was watching, to be honest. I'm telling you, at round 10 source, match week 10, if nothing changes and I start seeing the same signs of last season, I'm telling you, match week 10, mark my words. What's that? Episode 280? Oh no, 278. I don't know if there's any breaks in there for international or whatever. But episode 278 or 280, there could be a funeral for Manchester United on this show. I could be having a funeral for them as well.
And their season already after 10 rounds.
Because I, everything I said they went and did when it came to the signings, but everything I said in terms of players playing, like certain guys playing in the team that I said were past it and shouldn't be playing, he's playing. Like I said, Casemiro's past it. Like he turns like a truck. He's probably a good guy to have as leadership there, and he should come on, maybe to help defend out a game, as a fresh legs because he's older. Nope, he starts. That's wrong. You don't do that. Number two, you're playing Luke Shaw. Amarin must think that he should still Shawberto Carlos that he was at the Euros when they lost to Italy, when he was in the best form of his life. And that's because he wasn't injured for like a year and a half. The guy's past it, he's finished. He's still doing the same shit that I complained about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He's just so slow. Oh, he's so slow. And then you pointed it out straight away. The first thing you said to me, we jumped on in the green room before this podcast, was you just said, Donna, can you just explain this to me? Why is Mason Mount playing striker? Source, I can't answer the question. I don't know why he's playing striker. Bruno Fernandes should be playing only the 10, nowhere else, because he's not a box-to-box midfielder because he doesn't know how to defend. So if you watch the Smith Rowe goal, guess who his direct opponent was? Bruno Fernandes was meant to be tracking him. He was at midfield while the guy is in the box tapping it in. So keeper is a problem. Oh, he's a real problem. So no good. No good this week. But
do you reckon Onana could be back in?
If Banana, I'm telling you, I know he's a banana, but if Banana does not play this week against Burnley, and if we lose to Burnley this week, I could lose my shit. I could lose the plot. And I just feel so bad. I feel so bad for Matthias Cunha because he probably should have had a hat trick in the first 10 minutes of the game. Yes, you heard that right. He should have had a hat trick in the first 10 minutes. He just hit the post and keeper saved them. Anyway, we're lucky we walked away with a point. And Bruno Fernandez's penalty was a disgrace. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. Play Kobe Manu.
Yeah. Over the bar by Fernandez. How you do that as a professional, getting paid that much amount of money, just crazy, if you ask me. Moves on to this week. I don't really have any comments about a game. We won 5-0. I am disappointed that we lost Saka and Odegaard both got injured, but we've made a bunch of signings. I guess that's why you have a big squad and try bringing quality. I think Eze will make a big difference. Already there's a good player we can just put straight there, Odegaard, to replace Odegaard, who's, could you say, arguably may be better than Odegaard? He could be. I'm not saying that Odegaard is the best at that position and he's better than Eze. Eze might be better than him, so we'll have to wait and see. Will be good to see him in the lineup this coming week. That moves on to this week's round of games, Doma, and I will bring it up because I've got it ready. It kicks off with Chelsea against Fulham at home. It's a beautiful fixture on Saturday at 9:30 p.m., so it's an early one for us to watch that one Saturday night. And then we got Sunday morning, so the midnight fixtures. Enjoy these midnight fixtures while they're here because they're all going to move to 1 a.m. once the daylight savings comes in about 5 to 6 weeks. Yeah. So enjoy them while they're here. Midnight game finishes about 2 a.m. It's a good time to then duck off to sleep. You got Manchester United against Burnley at home. So Doma, as he said, he will must win here. He's calling a must win, not a draw, not a loss, a win against Burnley this week.
This will be emphatic too. 3-0.
Emphatic, yep. Sunderland against Brentford, Tottenham against Bournemouth, Wolverhampton against Everton, Leeds against Newcastle, Brighton Hove and Albion against Manchester City, Nottingham Forest against West Ham United.
What a
And then
cracker.
Monday morning, you got Liverpool against Arsenal at Anfield, and then Aston Villa against Crystal Palace to round off the week of games in the Premier League. And then, obviously a few other leagues around the world have kicked off, which, we don't cover in super depth on this show, but, there's plenty of football going. And before we know it, Champions League will be about. They're just going through the last finally stages of the qualifying to finalize the different European leagues and Champions League. So we look forward to that, Doma, and now that we sort of understand the format a bit better of Champions League and how it's going to play out, the ladder format, it'll be interesting to see where all the teams fall and what draws they get.
Yeah, Vinny, that missed penalty was Doma's triple or nothing going down the drain.
Yeah, right there. There we go. They're already behind the 8 ball.
No, but the only thing that works for us is the fact that Chelsea's playing European football, and if they get injuries, we don't have to play those ties. So we can maybe catch up where they might draw. But the problem is, if we can't win against the shit teams now, what's going to happen when we start getting injuries? Because it's going to happen.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
Anyway, it is what it is. I don't really care. Manny, you could get 3 tops. Good on you. Good luck. Whatever. I don't care. It is what it is. Yeah, but you don't back out of bet, Manny. Yeah, you don't bitch it. It's like a bet when you put a bet on through a betting agency. We don't do cash outs.
You ride or die.
Ride or die. That's right. Gentleman's agreement, mate. That's it. All right, Sauce. Just a quick one. F1 is back this week. Dutch Grand Prix on Sunday at 11 p.m.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We look forward to it. It's shaping up to be a beauty. We might have to start watching some of these races, Doma.
100%. Well,
it's getting close.
I do watch them.
Getting close.
We don't run off the grid, but I do watch them.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I haven't really been watching many races all season.
He's on the best striker in the world again after some injuries to save the bet. Anthony. Could be the only man.
You've signed some duds over the last few years. I'll tell you that.
Don't worry, Manny. We've got depth. We've got depth as well. We've got Sancho, who doesn't want to play. We've got Garnacho, who doesn't want to play.
Garnacho could be going to Chelsea, I heard. That's the word.
I don't know what the hell is happening. I just want money. I just want to sell these lemons. So,
all right,
anyway.
Dom, UFC.
You had yes.
Over the weekend, Fight Night, Walker versus Zhang. If you didn't see it and hear about it, well, here I am to tell you about it. Johnny Walker gets the finish over Zhang Min Yang. Big win by Johnny Walker. Gets the second round KO. Emphatic.
KO'd the last few fights, yeah, Johnny Walker. Is that correct?
Yeah. So it's good to see him get it back on the win column. And then Aljamain Sterling. And Doma, I'm not sure if you've seen this. And I said to my mate, I said to my friend, when I seen the weigh-ins, Brian Ortega was struggling to make the weight. Yeah?
Yeah.
So they had to change it to catch weight. He didn't make the weight. So they changed it to catch weight, which means that, it's like it's a non-official bout sort of in that weight division, but they're still going to fight because they're there and they want to earn their money sort of thing.
Yeah.
Bro, Ortega literally looked like a zombie, man. He looked like a freaking zombie in the weigh-ins. It was crazy. And I looked at that and I said, there's no way he's winning. Aljamain's winning this fight 9 times out of 10, just because, when you're struggling to make the weight cut and you look like that, how does that affect your body going into a fight 5-rounder the next day? Like, just crazy. So, he got done over the 5 rounds pretty convincingly. Unanimous decision. Sergey Pavlovich gets the unanimous decision against Waldo Cortez Acosta in the heavyweight division. Sumadri gets the win over Kevin Boras in the flyweight division. And then Nuraji Talayaka gets the win over Kiefer Crosby in the welterweight division with a KO in the first round. Then if you want to have a look at the prelims, you can go check out those, ladies and gentlemen. It was a cracking card, some good fights, Doma, and we look forward to the upcoming card this weekend No, I think there's a break. Yes, there is a break this weekend. So no card this weekend. There'll be a card the following weekend, which we'll preview in the next show.
Beautiful. All right, Saucy, over to Hobby Talk. What have you got for me? You said you had some surprises for me or something that I might not have seen something. I don't know what's going on.
All right.
So I love the surprises to react live. So
we've got a few here. We've got a few clips, and I've got them prepared, ladies and gentlemen, so we don't have to fluff around. So here's the first one of the king of collectibles himself. Here he is, King. I live on a golf course, 9-figure bank account. Kenny Golden talking about what Fanatics is doing is unfair. And let's just listen here.
Toughest situation we have is dealing with Topps redemptions. I will win every single battle head to head, but when it comes to the Topps redemption, I think it's unfair. Right. I think that if you produce the card and sell it, you shouldn't have a secondary marketplace to try and take money out of a little store, take money out of the distributor's hands, to take money out of the collector's hands. And I think people who are selling these big cards should have the opportunity to contact anybody they want. And if one company gets their info, if every company is on an easy playing field, I will kick everybody's ass every time.
So if you're unsure what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen, what I understand, Topps is now putting into their product sort of thing that if you hit a redemption of the card because they have the card with them, if you want to sell the card, they are pretty much saying you need to sell it on their platform, or they've got like first dibs to sort of get it sold on their platform. They're not like telling people who owns the card or anything, and they're trying to convince people to sell it directly on the Fanatics platform, whether it be through an auction, whatever the card may be, listing it directly on them. And old boy Kenny's not happy that Topps and Fanatics are trying to siphon from every part of the hobby, every level of the hobby. Well, Ken, sorry, mate, you must be living under a fucking rock, because that's what they've been doing. That was been their whole plan this whole time. You'd have to be stupid to not have seen that. And the fact that you're annoyed that they're doing this, you're a fool yourself, because you've done it on every level anyway. How many fucking rookie cards, Michael Jordan rookie cards, is there, Doma, that according to this bloke? He's got 4 rookie cards, 5, 6, and whatever the flavor of the month, he just pulls it up. Oh, it's this one. It's the 84 star. Oh, it's the 86 Fleer. Oh, it's the Nike promo. Oh, it's this.
He's even got a Wizards card in there as a rookie.
Oh, mate, shut up, Ken, mate. Like, it is what it is, mate. Stop crying about it. You're the king of collectibles. Oh, you're the king of the collectibles. You're the king of fake autos from back in the day. If you look up that article, type in Ken Golden fake autographs, ladies and gentlemen, and he may have gotten in a bit of trouble back in the day. So he's not all squeaky clean, Uncle Kenny boy himself. So yeah, look, it's just an idiot. Just an idiot. Don't get me wrong. If I hit a big card, I would be contacting Golden to try sell the card. I'm not disputing the fact, but also I'm just trying to say he's just a peanut for complaining about it. You got to be living under a rock to not see that that's what Fanatics were doing. The next one I seen these. Oh, mind you, you can see where these came from. These came from Collect Media, who's does like a bit of like a media sort of page for collecting. So give them a follow if you wish to. And here is another one, Doma, which I'll bring up.
I know exactly what you're going to bring up here.
Let me share this one.
These are great.
All right, so here he is. These were at the National. So obviously we've got these clips because the National came past recently. Sorry, I should say. And we've got these clips from there, right? So here we go. Here is someone from Collect Media asking Gary V some questions, and let's hear his responses.
One piece of advice you'd give to someone just starting?
Collect what you love. Invest in things that are not high risk, high reward. Invest in things that are nice little building blocks, vintage, superstars that have already made their careers, not some rookie backup that you hope and pray the quarterback gets hurt, they come in and they have a miracle. I get it. I can see the path to it, but it happens 1 out of every 100 times. There's people running around buying Milton rookie cards here with the hope that Dak gets hurt and Milton is a gangster.
What's one lesson you learned from flipping cards that can be applied to real life?
That investing in strategy is better than gambling. So be thoughtful that that's 10% of your behavior. 10% gambling, Hail Mary, hopes and dreams. 90% these Steph Currys, the Giannis, like there's people that have already made it. Why are you hoping someone didn't? And the flavor of the month will always be there. My advice is investing, not gambling.
Investing, the same guy that told you to invest in De'Aaron Fox Prism rookies and, you know, all these base rookie cards back in the day. Now he's telling you to, you know, buy what you love, first of all, and then buy established guys and vintage stuff. And they flash up a Mickey Mantle, they flash up a Stephen Curry on card patch auto. Like,
I remember the
It's funny how he's changed his tune from what 5 years ago, 6 years ago, from what he was saying and everything. He was telling people what he should be getting to, not telling people, but showing people what he's buying and showing stacks of these slabs of cards of base rookies, and everyone thought that was the it in a bit thing, and you had Zion Prism PSA 10s going for $1,000 US a pop. Man, I can't believe this is the message from these people in this space is just ridiculous. The absolute flip-flopping, like. The message should always be, don't care about, buy what you want to buy. At the end of the day, and I always say this, whatever you buy, you need to understand that if it all goes to shit, you'd be happy having an expensive coaster if it was expensive.
That's right.
The card.
That's right.
Right? Just remember that. Yeah? You're buying pieces of cardboard. And yes, some have intrinsic value more so than others with autographs. I feel that's why I've changed a big part of my collecting is only collecting autographs, only collecting, patch autos. I'm not really interested in number cards. I'm not really interested in golds to 10. I'm not really interested in to 5s. If it's a gold to 10 auto, hey, different story. So look, each to their own, but yeah, I just find it so funny that the different advice. Here we are, 5-6 years on from when Gary Vee was pumping all of this sort of stuff, and even before that, he was talking about sort of sports cards 2-3 years on the lead up to it all popping off. As I said, I just find it funny the change of messaging. And look, it is for the better. So I will say, and it's not just I will say, obviously. It is for the better. What he's saying, it makes a lot more sense than what he was preaching before. But yeah, it's a lot of people that had a large following have all done the exact same things, flip flopping and changing their tone onto what people, what you should feel comfortable in collecting and investing in if you want to go down that road in investing and holding on to cards. So. Yeah, it's just that was that one, and then here's the last one, Doma, which I'll bring up, and this one's a bit of a funny one.
Cage is in the chat. He says, "I need a dual logo man order of you two guys, but if it ever comes for auction, Manny's going to beat me to buying it in a bidding war." Oh, don't worry, we've suggested it to Tyson that
I think Manny wants to buy it to then cut it in half and just get burn Doma's half. And
bro, you know what's funny? Bro, we're on the same page. I was about to say the same thing. Manny wanted to be Otia Scissorhands for a night and cut the card in half. So,
all right, I'll bring up this last one. I have here, and yeah, maybe Doma, if you have a look at this, the AFL dropped. If you can see, it did pop up on the Select website. They also did post something on Facebook about it, so maybe we can have a look at some of the cards because there was some previews. If you can find that, that would be good. And I'll just bring this last one up, and this one's a bit of a funny one. And this is from another Instagram page that I've seen. It is the Axel Studio. And he posts this here and he goes, taking fake cards to a card show. This is pretty funny.
22, 1 of 1, Deshaun Watson. So I don't know if you're interested in something like that. Deshaun Watson, massage used robe.
Look at this.
I got a 1 of 1 football. Yeah, this is from I think 2022, 1 of 1, Deshaun Watson. So I don't know if you're interested in something like that.
Did you massage used robe 1 of 1 Deshaun Robs?
Should sell to.
He takes it to he makes the card. He custom makes the card, takes it to a card show, tries to sell it to vendors.
That's great.
That is absolutely hilarious, man. Props to this
The
guy.
The Messiah would buy that
so
card.
Funny. That is so funny, man. It is hilarious. Oh, bro.
That's very, very funny.
Yeah, there was my few that I seen come across the socials this week that I had to bring up on the show and have a bit of a chat about. But other than that, in terms of hobby, sort of related content, we don't have a hell of a lot. We've got the we'll have a look at the new Select if Dom.
Brilliance.
That's the one.
Brilliance Signatures.
That's the one.
Is the product, and I will bring it up. Brilliance Signatures. Gary Lyon auto, straight off the bat here in the preview. Hobby. Cage says, "That's funny. You guys share a brain. Yeah, half a brain." The Messiah could use that robe piece to mop up the beer he spilled over old mate's cards. All right, here's the Well, so it's good that Cage is in here because remember we spoke about you on the show last week, Cage. But remember when I gave you that rundown at Bleecker about select cards, and these are all on card autos. So just a few. This is I don't know. These are just the autos. I'm assuming of the teams.
Yeah.
So we'll just have a look if there's Mark Rashudo is the Adelaide legend. I think it's 2 players and a legend.
Yep.
Or a retired player, I'm assuming, because here's Joe Danaher, who's retired.
Yep. This
one's got Kerno Hollins and then Andrew Walker. Nick Maxwell's the Collingwood one with Nick Dacos and Dan Houston. Dustin Fletcher in there for Essendon.
Yeah, I've seen that, Fletch. I might have to chase one of those.
Hayden Ballantyne for Fremantle with Murphy Reid and Shia Bolton. We've got Bailey Smith, Humphreys and Tui. Taylor, Cadman and Mummy for Giants. Oh, Gary Ablett Jr. Gold Coast.
Ablett in the sets.
In the Suns. Jordan Lewis for Hawthorn. That's pretty good. Cozzy Pickett, Gary Lyon for Melbourne. Anthony Stevens for North Melbourne with Georgie Wardlaw and Finn O'Sullivan. Brendan Lade for Port. Royce Hart for Richmond with Lawler and Broad. Nicky Winmar for the Saints with McRae and Wilson. Brett Kirk with Goulden and Warner for Sydney. Guy McKenna with Reed and Baker for West Coast. And Dale Morris in there with Darcy and Libba. That's for just the brilliant SIGs. And then we've got, what are these? These are Silver Brilliants from the same 54 feature
Number
cards.
50.
So number to 50. There is 1 Silver Brilliance card in each box, unless the box contains 2 signature cards. So it's 2 boxes in a box, 2 cards in a box. Yeah. Then there's Premiership Captain Coach cards, only 4 of them. So we got Harris Andrews, Lockie Neal, and Chris Fagan, Darcy Moore and Craig McRae, Joel Selwood and Chris Scott, and then Easton Wood, Robert Murphy, and Luke Beveridge. So
There
I know
we
which
go.
one. I know which one I'd want.
I think it's $400 a box. It releases this Sunday at 5 p.m. is the public release, unless you're a select member.
Here it is.
You got the membership.
$425.
$425 a box. There you go.
Right here.
It says sold out, but
go.
if you click on it, it tells you when it releases. So it will let you know.
Yeah, no, it's just sold out. No, it's just sold out up until when the auction starts. So no one can go in there and do anything. So
it's not an auction. It's just a drop. So you just
drop. So as soon as it hits the time, then this sold out turns into add to cart, and you can go buy it.
Yep. And ladies and gentlemen, the tip being in any of this stuff and how I'm lucky to get, Tyson Beck's drops when they're so hot and I'm able to, I very rarely not hit. I actually don't think I've ever not. I've got some seriously strong coding software. I use ChatGPT. I code it up. No, I'm just joking, guys.
I uses our Russian bot farm.
All I do is make sure you've got your card details preloaded, pre-saved within the browser. And the only thing you should have to do once you're refreshing the page and you're already logged in, you shouldn't have to enter your address. You shouldn't have to enter your card details. Your card details, when you click on the card section, you should be able to just go, boom, click your card details. You only have to even enter the CVC number or whatever is on the back of your card, enter those 3 digits, and then bang, pay for the item. You won't have to enter any information. So make sure all the other information is preloaded in your select account, log in the back end, add your address if you haven't added your address already, make sure it's already there, and then also add your card details to your web browser, either on your mobile phone or on your computer. You add it to the web browser so that it auto populates and auto fills when the time comes, and make sure you pay with a credit card or card. Don't go through PayPal. Don't go through another method, because then that forces you to sign into PayPal and then log into something else. And then it's like, unless it's like a one instant thing through your PayPal, you're automatically logged in on your PayPal through and it links up and it's automatic. I wouldn't suggest that personally. So I've always just gone straight to my card, straight to a credit card, and never not been able to, get it. You can even use a debit card. You don't have to use a credit card. I'm just saying that is an example, but definitely the best way I've found in terms of being able to secure yourself some boxes on public release. But yeah, good luck to everyone, and it should be an interesting release. I'll try to get a box, Tomo. If we do, we'll open it up and make a video about it. Get my 2 cards. Hopefully, hit a Dustin Fletcher signature.
Very nice, beautiful. Okay, last but not least, the all-powerful Bolilo Layan San, also known as Shine 150, also known as Matthew Allen.
Matty Allen.
As
caught on narcotics charges.
You're an idiot.
Oh, it's true. That's just fact. I'm not stating anything other than fucking fact, mate.
Here it is. 101.
The information, mate. I didn't post the information.
No, I know.
It's on blowout forums, mate. What do you want me to fucking do,
Director,
mate? I didn't put it.
We forgot to say Director of Assets.
Director of Assets. That's the one, Magda. So, you're on the ball.
So he has recently, as of this morning, the news broke, he sold a dual logo man auto of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan 101. So it's a 2007 Upper Deck Exquisite. There it is. 101.
It's beautiful card. Beautiful card.
He didn't just sell this card. He made bank on the card. I think it sold for $12.3 million, if I'm correct. Anyway, he has, let's see, has he got the price? So I'll read what he says, just a few things. So he purchased the card on Heritage Sport, so with Kevin O'Leary. He said, with our new company Secure and other business we are doing, which will be announced at some point, we are building out a strong collector advisory board of special collectors around the world to help with our vision, which allows us to look through the true lens of passionate collectors and gives us the edge needed to grow this space properly and transparently. To also tax write-off and wash your money. So, yeah, secure your PPP loans. More like it. Here he is. Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah, and then they'll just make up they'll make up some sort of, official card, appraisal dude that can give appraisals that then can get appraised and then be able to lower appraisals at certain time to say they bought this at 12.6, but now it's only appraised at 8.6. So really that's a $4 million tax write-off. And yeah, they pay less taxes that year. So, I mean, they got their mate that does the appraisal. You know what I mean?
Magda says he was in Greece. He got Tom Brady to sign one of his cards with a special inscription. Anyway, he had a good meeting. It's good to see. Like, Kevin O'Leary is obviously very wealthy and he's involved in all sorts of businesses. So anyway, hopefully it's gone to a nice home and he's made 12.3 million. It went for more than 10.6, which is on here. But that's a massive sale. So it's ginormous sale. So I just wanted to share that big news, of course. Big news. Magda also says Ozpost got tariffs descending to the US, so they've stopped all international postage to, I think it's Puerto Rico and the United States at the moment. So,
oh wow.
So I don't know 100% what the Ozpost tariffs. I don't know. Australia Post halts parcels to the US. So it says Australia Post has immediately suspended most postage to the United States, with only delivery of letters, documents, and gifts worth less than $150. Continuing, the Postal Service has taken the extraordinary step to halt many forms of postage to the US as a Trump administration tariff on low value parcels is due to come into effect within days. Australian businesses selling to American customers will be blocked from shipping to the US via Australia Post from today. The government-owned postal service joins our global carriers in taking this step ahead of new levies beginning on Friday, August 29. It will continue shipping letters and documents to the US along with packages that are declared as gifts and are worth less than US $100, 153 Australian. However, due to the complex and rapidly evolving situation, temporary partial suspension has been necessary to allow us to develop and implement a workable solution. The whole will largely impact businesses that ship goods and retail customers to the US, including those using business contract and MyPost business. Specifically, the requirements are for duties and taxes to be prepaid on all shipments, blah, blah, blah. The suspension also impacts shipping to Puerto Rico. There you go, from August 26th, so which is today. So they want to try and work it out. Obviously, it says here. Yeah. Anyway. So they're just trying to work it out.
Interesting to see what that means, because I also read something about, at the moment it's like higher value things they're not letting through, but then they're just trying to figure out the system because anything even less, lower values, $800 or less will even cop tariffs. It's not just high value items.
Yeah, and not to sound like ridiculous, but I think, and not to make it sound like defending Trump or anything, but I think a lot of these businesses didn't take him seriously when he said he was going to do this type of stuff, so they haven't made exception, or they haven't had like a contingency plan for if it was going to happen. Last time I checked, everything he says he's going to do it when it comes to that stuff. So anyway,
I don't know what that means for you. If you're selling a card on eBay from here and sending it to the US,
you can't send it through Ozpost. You got to find someone else.
you need to work out your situation. I mean, it's always a risk if you're under declaring the item and then shit happens to it. Like you have that risk, especially if it's say $1,000 card and you're putting it through as a $50 card to avoid a tariff, and then some shit happens, and then the other guys play PayPal goods and services, then he back charges you, and you've lost out because you under declared it. Like you need to think of all this shit, yeah. If you're gonna do
Can
that.
I send? Surely, if I send this card, which is valued way over $1 million via Ozpost because it's Trump, surely it's allowed to go. There's exception for you should have wrote in there in the tariff exception on all Trump merchandise.
Are we cooked now, even with grading too?
No,
I don't know.
I seen Luna post today saying that it won't affect them. They use someone else. Anyway, they use couriers, so don't stress on the grading there. And I seen the Hobby AU put something out as well, saying that they've got alternate ways of dealing with the issue. So and grading's still going ahead with them. So I'm not sure about Cherry.
Yep, there you go. So they're the smart ones that obviously put contingency plans in place to, have workarounds around this.
So realistically, Lane should probably be working for Australia Post along with Gabe, so they can figure because they were well prepared. Let me just check Cherry before anything because I know people do grade with Cherry. I'll just check if there's anything. If anything, it'll be in their story. I'm assuming. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nope. 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 And no info from Cherry, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm sure they will put something out. I know a lot of people will be worried as well, so about it. So yeah, and breaking news just before we finish the podcast: Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez will drive for Cadillac Formula One team in 2026. Source, so that will be the team.
There you go.
Officially announced. Fantastic. Awesome. Any car pickups, Doma and Source? I've got something coming. I've got to put the video together.
I do have some. I've got some stuff here that obviously I've bought, but I'm going to make a separate video and just do a mail day video, which I've been meaning to do. Sitting in, haven't opened it. So to show you guys, I'll probably do a separate video. Try and do a little bit more content. We will have the Oz National coming up in a month's time, Doma, which will be about us. So look out for a banging roaming source at the Oz National, where we'll go around and chat to people with the mic, and maybe give out a few freebies that we've got sitting around here, Dom. We've got quite a few. We've still got some stuff from that case, so we can give it out for free.
Oh yeah, we do too.
Yeah, I've got it here somewhere. It's in a box. So
yeah,
all right, we'll look forward to it.
I'll make sure I get my video out within the next week.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. No stress. Dom's got something planned for you guys.
For once, you're actually going to have to see me.
Special. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah,
Romy Source back with the big questions. Yep, always got the big questions. We'll see if we can get someone from Whatnot and ask them some stuff, and see how we go.
Maybe we have to maybe we need to get onto Whatnot Source.
Yeah, what do we reckon? Should we make the plunge? We talk shit about them, but we might end up joining the dark side. I don't know.
Have to join them. If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, that's the old saying.
You can't beat them, join them. And we can start selling all types of shit. Double coverage dingers, bubble wrap, everything we said we were going to do. Shoe polish. Scissors. We just have everything that's bad about the hobby branded and we'll just sell it. We'll sell Pokemon fossil packs with, I don't know, Joe cards in them, fake slabs, you name it. One-stop shop.
We'll have the card trimming kit, special kit just to trim your cards and fix them up. along with Kurt's Cum Care affiliate. We're Kurt's Cum Care affiliate.
Stream. Mate, Juanito's let us down not coming to Hobby Hangout XL.
Told us he was coming and didn't rock up.
Very disappointed, to be honest. Anyway, on that note, if you hear that, we're still here, mate. If you want your world first interview,
Arms are open.
we're here, mate. We're here to embrace you.
Hey, mate.
We've said on this show we'd build you a statue at the MCG on how well you done what you done. Even that it's nowhere near as bad as half the shit that's happened.
That's you, mate. Catch me if you can. There you are, Leonardo.
Keep living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the Great Red Sauce. And peace.
Peace out. Like and subscribe.
Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking old spots, double coverage.